Hi, everybody. I thought I would show my face really quick before we start the plan with me. This is going to be another live plan with me where I plan out my week through, I don't even know what fucking days. What are we on? The 6th through the 12th. And I have a kitten, if you can't see, but he's also wanting to escape. So I thought I'd hold him here before I release him. He'll probably show up at some point because he's both extremely excited to be everywhere and also very needy. I'll talk a little bit about him today, but I'm also going to vlog and really tell the story of how we got him. But he's a rescue and he is doing really well. His name is Odin. Hi, everyone. Oh my God. And he's like a little Freddy Krueger with his nails. Anyway, this is Odin. He's a little orange man. He's, I think, 13 weeks at this point. And he is doing great. Both Layla and Lou have been getting on with him to varying degrees, but like it's a lot of fun. He is not allowed unsupervised time anywhere just yet, so he's been living in our bathroom. Yeah. Orange boy. Hi everyone, I'm glad you can see me okay. Okay, I'm gonna put him on my desk and get started. He'll probably jump off, but I've got a little flaniard here, which he's super into, so maybe he'll hang out with us. Anyway, let me move. You guys are like, fuck the plan with me, just show me the kitten, but he really does not. He either wants to fall asleep on me or be like off. Yeah, I bounce him like I do Emma. I bounce him like I bounce to my babies. I'm like, here you go. Jesse's like, I don't know if cats like that. And I'm like, I don't care. I like it. Mwah. My sweet little man. My sweet little orange man. His full name is Odin the Allfather. Carlos. That's RJ's contribution. Cheeto, which is Sunny's contribution. Guentert-Baldo. Now he's Simba. He's like Simba. Behold. Everything the light touches. Anyway, let's scooch over there. Oh, see? Told ya. Playing on my planner. Just don't get your little poopy butt on. He's doing pretty good. He's a lot cleaner than Lou was at this age. Lou's mom abandoned them, so he had a lot of trouble learning how to cat. But this guy apparently was in a hoarder situation with 80 cats. There was a whole bunch of kittens that came out of that situation. Anyway, here, not a cat person. Yeah, we got him from, if you're in the Denver area, we got him from the Denver Dumb Friends League, which is probably one of the biggest rescues in the area. That's not where we got Layla. We got Layla from Colorado Retriever Rescue. And then Lulu we got from a rescue in California in like the Napa, Fairfield, Vacaville area called Whiskers, Tails, and Ferals. So all three of our pets are rescue babies. 80. Yeah. And from what they said, it was 80 cats, not counting kittens. But I could be wrong about that. Yeah. It was pretty bad, they said. Which I'm not surprised by. There were dueling hoarder houses in our first neighborhood that we lived in before we bought the house in Napa that had stray cats that were getting fed, and then they would fight in the middle of the neighborhood, which just happened to be our house. Denver Dumb Friends League is where you got your cat. Yeah, if you're in the Denver area and you're at all interested in adopting a cat or a dog or a guinea pig or a rabbit, they are overflowing right now with animals. And they've got like specials and stuff going on right now for adoption fees because they are desperately trying to find homes for some of these animals. Anyway, bless you, sweetie. He's also named Odin because he got a very, apparently his name at the shelter was Squints because he had a really bad eye infection and it actually like glued his cornea to his eyelid and they were able to separate them. They thought he might lose his eye. He didn't wind up losing his eye. However, he has a cloudy eye. He can still see just fine out of it, but it's cloudy. And when you get like the reflect back at night, it looks different. It may still have problems when he's older, but for right now, which is one of the reasons why, even though he's probably the most personable of all the kittens that they had, he was not the one getting looked at for adoption because he was kind of skrunkly, Sunny's word, and kind of gross looking. Like he was not looking very healthy. And he's already looking so much better. Your large cat's very curious. Nice. Oh my goodness. Don't knock my shit over, kitten. Okay, excuse me. Oh. I don't know how long he's going to hang out up here for. Layla is currently crated upstairs because Jesse had to go. We're actually, cat sitting for a neighbor. She is out of town for about a week and a half, and so every day one of us is heading over there to just feed her cat Puma, who doesn't like us very much. Puma doesn't really like much of anybody except for our friend, but she likes us enough until we give her food. Then she's like, okay, I got what I was going for. Are you gonna eat my planner? Are you serious? You gonna chew on it? I mean, it's the last month of this planner, so that's fine, I guess, but this is the kit I'm using, by the way. It's one of the new like flower kits that goes with the monthly kits that Kitten is doing from Krissyanne Designs. I think this is the February color scheme. I just think it's pretty, so I'm going to use it this week because that's the lifestyle I'm living. Use my shit because I like it. Oh my God, my eye is itchy so much from allergies. Not from the cat, from the fucking pollen that is taking over my yard. Yeah, patting down the washi for me. Oh, you have a cat named Harley. I love that name. Oh, it's so cute. I love okay, so some of you guys know that I tend to lurk quite a bit on Reddit. Okay, I do not really participate all that much on Reddit, but I love to lurk on Reddit. And if you looked at my, God damn it, I can't see what I'm doing. If you look at my my Reddit, my subreddits, are you gonna play with the washi tape right there? Oh, okay. And now he just knocked my spray bottle off the desk. It's cool. We're fine. Everything's fine. So if you look at my subreddits, the majority of what you'll see are cat subreddits. Every time I think I have subscribed to all of the cat subreddits, I'm not a cat lady, I swear. I'm just an interested in subreddits lady. Oh, it's my first live. Well, it's a good one. Orange Kitten edition. Oh my God. Got my fucking eye. I have eye drops upstairs for allergies. I'm just gonna wait till this is over to get them. Oh God, it's really bugging me though. It's a good thing I didn't wear any eye makeup today except for some mascara. But Jessica, that's great. Oh, you're orange boy. Well, apparently one of the subreddits I'm on for orange cats specifically, because one of them is called Ginger Cat Mafia, so I'm subscribed to that one, r/Ginger Cat Mafia. Another one is, where is it? It has to do, where are you? Where? One Orange Brain Cell. So it is a subreddit that is devoted to the idea that all orange cats have one brain cell that they share between them, which I find hilarious. But I'm also a member of a subreddit, which is one of my personal favorites, called Cats Named Food. Jesse is not a fan of naming our pets after food. He thinks they're funny if he sees them, but he doesn't want to name our cats that. But I love seeing, there's an orange boy on that subreddit named Crunchwrap, and I love it. I love cats named after food. When we got our cat Luigi, who was the first orange boy in my life, the cat who hated me and who inspired my lifetime of disliking cats until we got Loki, was an orange boy who basically was Loki's doppelganger, and I wanted to name him Twinkie, and my family said no. And so I can hear you. I don't know if you guys can hear him. He's over there chatting. Does it ask which orange? They joke around about which cats happen to have the brain cells at any given time. One of your cats is Noodle. I'm pretty sure, Wendy, that one of my sister's adopted cats is named Binky. Is that right? I don't remember. They've had some, they rotate through who gets to name what cat. And so it depends on, like, did the emo 14-year-old name the cat, or did the hyper 8-year-old name the cat, basically, because they have so many cats. So, like, there's always a cat that needs to be named. Hi, what are you doing? You smelling Layla? That's where Layla sticks her butt. I'm just putting all my washi tapes down while I'm rambling about kitties. He's over on my pink couch. Layla took a bite out of my pink couch the other day. I was like, she took a bite out of my pink couch, and then she put a hole through the print that I had just finished framing for my bedroom, the one on my goals for this month. It's like a 40 by 55 print, and she put a hole through it after I had framed, like, because it was like in one of those IKEA frames that makes it look more like a canvas print. So I have to rebuy that thing. I'm just like, fuck, Layla. Thanks, bro. One point you were convinced you would name a cat Meatloaf. That is an excellent cat name. Heather. Oh, your orange boy was named Howie. I love all these cat names. Loki died in September. We had him put down when his kidney disease, because Loki wound up, for those of you who don't know, our cat Loki was in kidney failure. We think it might have been cancer, but by the time we caught it, because he was only 10, so it was early for a cat, by the time we caught it, it was already too far progressed. Even if he had done chemo to stop the cancer, he never would have regained kidney function. So he moved to Denver with us, and our vet didn't think he'd be able to make it to Denver. But not only did he make it, he was able to enjoy probably a good 2 months of retirement here, laying in all of the fabulous sunspots that are in this house. And then in September, we could tell that he was done. He was crying and not cleaning himself anymore and not moving. And in that, like, we were told by several people who have been through losing a cat to illness like that when you know when you know. And we knew. So we had him put down, and we just recently, in my most recent blog, you can see it, finally got his little like Loki shrine up in our living room. We put it on a high enough shelf. We have a tall, like a vaulted ceiling living room, and we have this set of shelves built in that goes all the way up to the vaulted ceiling. And so we put him high enough where he would be able to look out the window with his ashes and a beautiful picture of him, his paw print that they gave us from the vet. And then his hair is there too, but it's hidden because Jesse's not ready to look at that. He's not prepared. I've never watched Goof Troop, but Waffles is an awesome name. My cat's actually, okay, so part of the reason I'm able to plan without my cats around, well, at least with Lou, is because Lou doesn't give a fuck. Lulu is like the king of I don't give a shit. And so he has no interest. My basement, he'll come down here to hang out with me, but he loves cat TV. And because we have so many big windows in this house, his favorite spot to be is in our dining room on his favorite pink chair, leaving an entire Lou's worth of fur on it, staring out the window. Now that chair is going to get replaced, and the chair's not going to get replaced. We'll just move it, but we have ordered we have a bigger house than we did in Napa. So Chewy actually has a bundle where you can get the same, or basically the same gigantic ass cat tree that we had at Napa. We didn't bring it with us. We wound up donating it to a lady in our neighborhood who had multiple cats and couldn't afford to get a cat tree. And so we wound up giving it to her because we were trying to give it to somebody who was going to use it because we weren't going to be able to fit it on our truck. But we're basically ordering the same cat tree, just in a different color to match the house. But it comes in a bundle with a slightly smaller cat tree. And so what we're going to do is put the big cat tree in the living room, where right now we have a like little miniature cat tree. The miniature cat tree is then going to move to Jesse's office. He has a window in his office. He wants the cats to have a spot to sit. And then the slightly smaller than gigantic cat tree will be in the dining room currently where Lou's favorite chair is. The reason we're doing this is because we're at the point where we want to start having some more time. Like right now, okay, let me rephrase. Currently, Lou and Odin play with each other, and they can play, Lou and Odin play with each other, and they, it took a couple days for Lou to warm up to him, but now they will absolutely play with each other. They haven't snuggled each other yet, but they will play with each other. I don't know if it's one of my kids or if that's Jesse up there. Jesse was out. He had just gone to visit our friend's cat, as a matter of fact. But the only time Layla has had to play with the kitten when she is not being restrained by her leash or one of us is not holding him is when we are in Jesse's office. Layla has adored him from the moment we brought him home. Layla thinks he's her new baby. The problem is Layla herself is only a year old, and is a big 56-pound lab mix who is very excited and could easily murder him by misadventure. So we are having to keep her like restrained around him, but we have been able to have some play sessions where they're both free reigning as long as we're in Jesse's office, which is small, and there's a lot of places the kitten can go to hide. And if there's two of us in there, Jess and I are both in there so that one of us can make sure to restrain Layla if need be, and one of us can scoop the kitty if need be. So that's the only circumstances they've been allowed to play with each other where Layla has not been on a leash. Because she's just so excited to see him. So it's just getting her desensitized to him enough so that she doesn't try to, do something fun with him and accidentally kill him. He's so tiny. Your cats. Yeah, see, my sister. Okay, so my sister has actually rescued 2 cats, both of which I think were designer cats. Like, one of them was a rag doll, and the other one I think is like a cross between a rag doll and a what's the big fucker? The big furry fucker. Not the Himalayan one, the other big furry fucker. Our neighbor's cat was this big furry fucker. And I think they're hypoallergenic. What the fuck? I'm having brain fog, kidney brain fog. What the fuck is that cat called? Maine Coon is the one I think I'm thinking of. Maine Coon. So my sister has rescued both of her cats. Toby, her rescued ragdoll, is no longer around. He passed away a couple years ago. But Julius is the one who's the blend of a ragdoll and a Maine Coon. Big, fluffy orange man. But she rescued both of them. They were both cats who had trauma. One of them, Toby, her ragdoll, a cat somebody paid good money for. They put a collar on him and they never opened it up. Like, they put a flea collar on him or something, and then they never, like, as he grew, they never, like, opened it. So it, like, all the fur was worn off of his neck. And he had brain damage? Like, oh my God. Aside from the fact that that's fucking monstrous. What the fuck? You buy a purebred fancy cat. Like a fancy people cat. A cat that, like, people spend thousands of dollars on, and then you mistreat it? And then you relinquish it because you don't want to deal with the brain damage that you fucking caused? Sorry, this like really horrifies me. And then, yeah, you guys all figured out the Maine Coon before I did. And then, yeah, so there was that. And then the other cat that she rescued, her cat Julius, who's still alive and like kicking ass, kinda, he apparently he was the cat in the home, and then they adopted a dog, and the dog attacked Julius and gave him, oh God, he can't bend his back legs. He's blind in one eye and can't close it. He's like a permanent Elvis snarl, and I believe he's missing teeth. He's all sorts of disabled. Like, he's a very disabled kitty. He's also a very spoiled kitty. And they rehomed him. He got attacked by their new dog and they rehomed him. So my sister rescued him. He's living the best life now. They have a catio and everything. So, but yeah, isn't that awful? So, like, I don't understand. It's like, aside from the fact that that's just fucking awful to do to anybody, but especially like animals, pets, like cats and dogs, like, they love you. But to also do that for like breeds that like you spit, like, aside from anything else, like, don't you want to like protect your investment? You know? I mean, I know that sounds awful, but like, if you're going to be callous enough to rehome a cat that you fucking abused after paying good money for it, like, why would you pay good money for a cat if you're not going to take care of it? You know, why would you bring an animal into your house? But whatever. I mean, like, I'll be real. We attempted to rescue a puppy years and years ago, and it did not work out for us or for the puppy. We thought we were ready. We weren't ready, and it was not going to be a good home for the puppy. So within a couple of weeks, we wound up bringing her back to the rescue, but she was a young, adorable puppy. They were like, we'll get her adopted back out. It was just not the right time for us. And we knew that if we kept her, that would turn into a form of abuse, right? But now we are so, like, we would be thrilled to have so many more pets than what we have right now. We're being very slow with bringing them on, but yes. Yeah. No, and my sister is a phenomenal cat parent. She and my brother-in-law have no interest in having kids. They, according to my sister, live a luxurious lifestyle. That's her words. And one of their reasons and abilities to live a luxurious lifestyle is that they don't have kids. But they love their cats. And I'm using the mild smoky pale rose color I think this is for the mild smoky. So yeah, for my dots this week. Yeah, Andrea, that's the thing. Like, the rescue here is so overflow. Now, here's the thing. I get it. Like, if you adopt a pet, like what we tried to do years and years ago, like we still lived in the house with the murder shed. This was like a long time ago. We thought we were ready, and then we weren't. And when we realized we weren't, we quickly brought the pet back so that she could find a home that was more appropriate for her. We didn't let it go on because we knew it would be bad for her. You know? So I'm not saying that there aren't circumstances. There are circumstances. Like, I am not somebody who, if I find out you've rehomed a pet, that you are a terrible person for rehoming your pet. Like, I understand sometimes there are circumstances that are just, it makes it necessary. And especially right now with the housing market the way that it is, and with rentals being the way that they are, if you have a dog or something and you cannot find a place to live except for a place that won't let you have dogs, like, what are you supposed to do in that situation? You're like between a rock and a hard place. Murder shed, yes. There were no pets there. It's a different story. But like, at the same time, it feels like during the pandemic, I mean, we have a pandemic kid. Technically, Lulu is a pandemic kitty because we adopted him at the end of 2019. It's before the pandemic. He's a pandemic kitty in the sense that he is an under-socialized kitty and growls at the UPS guy. But Layla is much more of a pandemic puppy for us, right? Like, we adopted her during the pandemic. But from everything I'm hearing from the people I know who volunteer for rescues, and from our research when we were looking at rescues to adopt both Layla and Odin, there were so many people who adopted pets during the pandemic because they were bored or alone. Like, their project instead of a sourdough starter was a dog. But then when they had to start going back to the office and their dog said separation anxiety or whatever, they couldn't handle it. So they would relinquish them. And like, I think while I can empathize with somebody who's in a situation where they feel like they bit off more than they could chew, but it also makes me think, like, bro, if you adopted because you were working from home during the pandemic, then there's got to have been part of you that wondered if you would have to go back to work. How would you have handled that? Like, Jesse's going to have to go back to work, and we have already been working on our plans of how I am going to handle Layla and the kitten during the day when I'm the only adult home. Well, I guess Sunny's an adult too, but Sunny does not take responsibility for the pets because of various reasons having to do mostly with their physical health, being they're very unstable on their feet. But one of the things we're researching is doggy daycare, not because I need to get rid of Layla because I can't take care of her, but because she loves being around other dogs and needs to continue to be socialized around other people. Like, we're putting money into our budget specifically to be able to do that. Like, we're moving things around. We're having a budget sit down this week, I hope, to like figure shit out, because it's important to us that we do the best for Layla and the best for us. You know, and I don't understand how somebody might have adopted an animal during the pandemic without at least having the thought of what might happen when shit started to, I don't want to say go back to normal, because I don't think that's really the case, but when shit started to be, when like they would have to not be at home anymore all the time. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just seems very short-sighted to me. Yeah, see, and like one of the things we talked about with the rescues, both when we rescued Layla and when we just got Odin, one of the things we made clear up front is that the safety of our current pets is at the top of our priority list. If we had brought Layla home and it was going to become a situation, not a learning situation, not an adapting situation, but a situation where it was going to be dangerous for Lucy, then we were going to have to bring her back and try again at a different time. And we made that clear to them. We're like, we are fully prepared to take care of a dog. However, our priority when we bring her in is Lucy, because he was here first, right? And then we also talked about that. One of the reasons we came home with a kitten as opposed to a cat, we were actually looking at like a 3-4-year-old cat. There were several of them we were looking at, but they told us that we actually, for what we needed, a cat that would be able to get on both with a dog and with a cat and like integrate seamlessly into the current pets we already had. And we've already raised a kitten with another cat, so we know what we're doing. They actually told us our highest chance of success would be to bring in a kitten rather than a cat, because most of the cats they had did not have experience with dogs. And they just want, like, for the highest rate of success for us bringing a cat home that would integrate into our current family, that bringing home Odin, and nobody wanted him. Like, there were a ton of other kittens from this hoarder situation, and he was just so sickly looking, even though he's so personable, that people were just like, nah. And so, like, but does that make sense? Like, we were up front. We were like, we are not like going to bring this cat home and then potentially keep the cat, even if things are going to get really bad. Like, we were going to do all the due diligence to make sure they get along well. But if it's not going to work, then for the safety of all of the animals, it's more important to help him find a different home than to try and keep him here because rehoming is so bad. Like, there are situations where it makes sense. And that's what, like, I think sometimes the, like, horror that people get when people rehome their pets because for like shitty reasons, like the cats that my sister adopted, like they rehomed a cat because they fucked the cat up and they didn't want to deal with it. Like, you know, that's those situations make the idea of rehoming a pet hit you in the gut. If you're into your pets, like, you feel like, oh God, you suck for that, right? But there are situations where rehoming a pet makes a lot of sense. Better, it makes more sense and more like is more compassionate than keeping the pet around because rehoming is bad in all circumstances. Like, it's not that black and white. But I still, at the same time, when I talk about it, I want to make sure to kind of keep that context because it is such a touchy subject. And because I think there are maybe people out there who, like, you might be one of those people who feels so guilty. I know one of you just said it in the comments. I think it was Serena. Like, when you have to rehome a pet because, like, very valid reasons, like, you feel so guilty, you might keep a pet in a situation that's not good for the pet because you're so worried about the way you'll be treated if you rehome one. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a lot, man. Did I talk about the name change in a video? The name change for who? For Odin? I have not really yet. I was going to really talk about it in a vlog upcoming. I'm just putting my habits in. I've just been sort of planning, but it's not like I don't do the same fucking shit every week. So, whatever. I'll put some weather in. Where's my little thing? On a completely different note, I harvested my first strawberry off of my green stalk today. There's a handful of more that are going to probably be prepared for, like, ready for harvest over the next, like, week. Like, they're, you know, when you see a strawberry growing, you have some that are, like, still all green, but then you have some that are, like, part red, but also not red. Those ones. It was very good. Very, very good. Made me so happy. But yeah, so we are all... Oh, that name change. Thank you. I think I just keep mentioning it just off and on. But for those of you who don't know, my oldest, the artist formerly known as Cat, is now going by Sunny, like a sunny day. So Sunny. They just feel that name fits them better. And since they are planning on actually going through the process of changing their name, they are really taking their time making sure that they are happy with the name they're going with before they go through all of the pain in the ass to do it. And so, yeah. So if you hear me talking about Sunny, I'm talking about my oldest. What pen am I using? I am using a Tool Ultra Fine Fine Liner. I'm not quite sure how much I like it. I feel like it takes a few more seconds to dry than I personally like, but I'm trying to use it up this month. He's currently sleeping on... I should go scoop him. I'm going to go scoop him. Sir, can I scoop you? May I scoop you, little sir? Here we go. I'll keep you in the cozy blankie. I'll keep you in the cozy blankie. I'll keep you in the cozy blankie and put you on my lap. How does that sound, little man? Yeah. Here, let's see if I can angle so you can see where he is currently. Okay, here's me. Let me see if I can pull this down without knocking my ginger ale over. Can you see? There's a kitty. There's a kitty sleeping in my lap. Okay, back to my... Oh, netting my strawberries. I didn't even think about that. And they're on the top of the... They're on the top of the green stalk, so they're like real easy to get to for birds. All right, where was that? Monday. I've got lots going on. I was hoping to go grocery shopping this weekend, but I was having a really rough kidney weekend, and so I did not. So first thing tomorrow, I need to go to Trader Joe's, because if you listen to RJ, I've never bought any food for him ever. Ever. We have no food. Okay. So, I need to put in also, we're still watching Puma through Thursday. Kitty watching. Kitty watching. That's not right. Oh, it's hard to do this. So, you want to know what's funny, Heather? Jesse actually set up the kitten cam. So, the way we have it set up, I told Heather knows because I was talking to my patrons about this earlier, but we have a setup currently in Jesse's office where the kitten has a crate so that he really hates being left in the bathroom unless he's sleeping. He's currently, his home base is our weird bathroom, like the one that's all looks like a Mexican restaurant. And he really does not care for being left in there unless he is sleeping. He wants to be with us. He wants to be around me and around the kids. He wants to be around Lou. He especially wants to be around Lou. He fucking loves Lou. He does not appreciate being left in the bathroom. So what happens is he starts screaming at the top of his kitty lungs. Like screaming. Like we can hear him from all over the house. And so he also doesn't like to be left in the crate, but he will tolerate the crate a little bit longer than he will tolerate being left in the bathroom. And so Jesse has, the crate has water in it, but if he needs to use the bathroom, He's already used the litter robot. Like, Lou was so terrified of the litter robot when we got it, this kitten. The first day I let him loose in our bedroom, I think it was the day we brought him home, he used the litter robot and then watched it as it cycled and was like, oh, that's cool, and then moved on. Hopefully he will teach Lou to not be so wimpy, because Lou is such a wuss. But he's already made it onto perches that Lou has not made it to, like to windowsills that Lou has not had the nerve to make it to yet. But anyway, so Jesse set up the kitten cam in his crate, like with our little a ring system or whatever, like one of those little inside house cameras, so I can get to it through the app. However, he's not in there right now. He's on my lap. So, but maybe next time. Ooh, you've gotten a dwarf citrus tree? That's awesome. I have actually been so we lost one of our backyard smaller trees in the back, like jungle area during the most recent snowstorm. Like, the snow was so heavy, it knocked a bunch of branches down, but it also took out one of those smaller trees, which is a perfect spot to put a fruit tree. But apparently in Denver, citrus trees do not do as well when they are left in the whole year, because they don't do well with the frost. So what they actually sell at the local garden center is potted citrus trees, so you can bring it in and then bring it back out again. And so I'm thinking about doing that. I would love to do that with a lemon tree, maybe a Meyer lemon tree. That would make me so happy. The Roomba shit is not going as well as I would like, but I'm gonna keep on keeping on, my guys. I am turning into a plant person. I can tell you how many I currently have, not counting the green stock. I currently have, not according to my Planta app, all the plants that are on, and like my green bean plant outside is actually 3 sets of plants, but it's 1 pot, so that's what we'll go with. I currently have a total of 9 plus 8, 17, 24, 30, 35 plants, not counting my green stock. And 5 of those are outdoors. Like 5 of them are like basils and strawberries, because I have 3 basil plants, because we go through so much basil. Today we are having salmon for dinner. Jess is going to grill, and I'm going to make a fresh chimichurri sauce using the Italian parsley from my green stock. The cilantro on my green stock's not doing well enough for me to be comfortable, so he's buying me some cilantro. I want to let it like not pull too much off of it, but then I'm going to add some basil to it as well. Yeah, wouldn't a potted lemon tree be rad, Heather? You put it out on your balcony and then you bring it inside when it's cold. Roomba. Layla is shedding like a motherfucker right now. And now she is... Okay, so another thing I told my patrons is that oh, what was I going to say? I just lost my train of thought. Think about the hair. About the fur. Oh, the bed. So I don't know if you guys, I think I mentioned it at least on Instagram, if not on my vlogs, but Layla, we think, had some sort of issue getting on beds. Like, she would not do it. And we put her on the bed. We wanted her to snuggle us. She wouldn't do it. Not only would she not do it, but when Jesse physically put her on the bed, she wouldn't come in the bedroom for the rest of the day. So we figured there was some kind of trauma with her in beds. Well, you know what broke that? All it took was one day where we had the kitten on the bed and she was in the bedroom with us. And that day she jumped up on the bed, and now she is not scared of the bed anymore, which is probably why she jumped on my print and put a hole in it when I was trying to put my giant oversized print up on the wall. So yeah, but whatever. Oh, hi, little friend. He's under my desk on my lap. He's so warm. Okay, now that we've got this all in, let's actually get the week's plans in because there's a lot going on this week. So Monday, I'm going to Trader Joe's. I need to swing by the compost place that I'm using. And then Sunny is getting their hair dyed. Finally, I was able to find them a stylist, and they're going to get their hair chopped. It hasn't been cut since fucking forever. And get, I think they want to go with a cherry red color. They want their bangs back. They want it like shoulder length. They want it short enough to be cute and put into cute little pigtails, but still like short enough to be manageable. So they're going to get their hairs done. And then I'm doing the afternoon walk with Layla that day because the morning is just not going to happen. So maybe what I'll do is I'll put down this little check box for my errands that I have to run tomorrow morning. I did an Instacart pickup already from Costco because I just did not want to go into the Costco on a Sunday afternoon. Although I've been on a Sunday afternoon, it's actually not as bad as you might think it is, at least the one here. Sunday morning, on the other hand, sucks balls. But Sunday afternoon, right, like the hour before it closes, was not as bad. But I wasn't gonna have time today. And I'm still feeling so crummy that I'd rather save my energy for going to Trader Joe's tomorrow. Because I can't get an Instacart from that. Trader Joe's. Okay, and then one post. And then taking Sunny to the hair place to get the hairs did. Hairs did. Yeah, Odin is the brave cat for both Lou and Layla. And it's so cute, you guys. It is so cute. He is not afraid of Layla at all. He probably should be because she's much bigger than he is and very excited to be around him. But he's not scared of her. And it's just really cute. And then we've got put in my Layla walk. My Layla. Ow, that's my elbow. So I'm going to do Layla's walk at 1:30 because I will be dropping Sunny off at 1. And I'll probably be picking them up around 3. Technically, they could probably walk. The hair place is not too far, but Sunny's legs are not always the steadiest, so I wouldn't want to make them walk, so I don't think I will. But there we go. Layla. And then I need to mail. I have a check I have to mail tomorrow. I keep putting it off, and I need to stop putting it off. Not because it's the check for the summer camp that Sunny is going to, and I just need to make sure to get it in the mail because I keep forgetting. All right, and then Tuesday, I've got a video going live. It is, I guess I will just sneak peek it for you right now. It's the, Tuesday is the day that the new Power Sheets 90-day planners, like the 90-day Power Sheets that also have a planner in them. And I wound up ordering from the affiliate pre-sale because I was very curious about it because it's the first time they've really incorporated a planner into it, and it's pretty interesting. I don't think I'm going to use it, but it's pretty interesting. I wish Trader Joe's had curbside pickup too, but as somebody who worked for Trader Joe's for a long-ass time, I have no idea how that would actually work. All right, so then on Tuesday, I've got the morning walk. Sunny is taking their GED math test, which I'm just putting on here as the reminder to make sure they're awake because they get proctored. It's going to be online, but they still need to be like on their camera and proctored and everything. And I just want to make sure they don't oversleep. And then I have nothing else that day until nothing on this schedule until my Patreon live at 4:30, but I'm going to leave some space just in case because the way my life goes, shit will come up. I don't think I'll have to do a very big grocery order though, or grocery load. First of all, I was able to get a couple of the things I really needed for dinner this week from Costco. Like, what I want, one of the things that Jesse does is he will grill a whole bunch of chicken and we'll have salads with it, but then we can use it for like quesadillas or whatever the next day. And the key is you gotta buy a ton of chicken so we can make a whole bunch of it at once. And so that's one of the things I ordered from Costco, because going to Trader Joe's and getting their chicken in bulk is way too pricey for, like, because you have to buy all the small packages. So it just makes more sense to go with Costco. And then I got spring mix because said salads, toilet paper because good God, we were going to run out and you don't want that in this household. And then what else did I get? Oh, bully sticks, you know. How does the summer camp work for making adjustments for Sunny? Well, okay, so this is allow me to explain what this summer camp is like, because it's not what you're thinking when you think of a typical summer camp. So what this is, the UU greater area youth programs in Northern California do these camps, one for middle schoolers, one for youth. And the youth camp is actually 14 to 21. And the middle schooler program is all of the activities and everything are run by the deans, who are like freshmen, the highest like level in that group. They are the ones who do all of the like setup like for it. And they have adults who handle a lot, like the cooking, and are the adults there and do some adult stuff. But once you get to the youth camp, there are adults there, but all they do is be an adult on site. The cooking, the activities, the everything is all run by the youth of the camp. Like Sunny actually was one of the cooks, because that's what they love to cook. So they that's something that they volunteered for. So it's not like there's not sports and all that other shit. A lot of it's more bonding and like stuff like that. So they don't spend a lot of time off of the campgrounds. So there really isn't a lot of accommodations that are necessary for them. It's very, maybe the word I'm looking for is very loosely handled, and Sunny has been before, so they know kind of what to expect in terms of the different activities and stuff. And they're also friends with people that are on the council, which are the people that actually put together all of the activities. So I have no idea what accommodations they're making. Sunny already knows what cabin they're going to be staying in, because they know who they're staying, who their roommates are going to be. No, I said bully sticks. Yeah. Grace, yeah, we got a dog last year. So Patron Live. But yeah. So I wish I had some more advice for you, but I don't know if the way that this camp runs really has like applicable accommodations that need to be made. Does that make sense? Like, if there's anything Sunny doesn't want to do, then they just don't have to do it. Yeah. So I was talking on Instagram yesterday about, for my work planner, whether I'm not going to order a new quarterly Makselife daily, because there was a lot of pages I didn't use in it, and I'm not sure, but I really like the daily and the weekly pages. So I think I'm currently in the mind of either getting the daily digital and using that on my iPad interspersed, because I already have like the PDF of the HB90 system. and importing that in and seeing what I can do until the inserts become available, and then maybe doing it. I'm not sure yet. I love the pages. I just don't use all the other stuff no matter how much I'm trying. And so it just felt like a waste to buy the whole planner when I wasn't going to use it all. Whereas if I get the inserts, I can pull out what I'm not going to use and set it to the side and maybe use it some other day. Or if I do the digital one, then I don't have to worry about it. So I don't know. Okay, Wednesday, Odin has his first appointment at the vet at 8:30. It's with, the way that it works is that the vet, the rescue, Denver Done Friends League, you get an appointment, like a well check for them in the first like 2 weeks or something that you have the pet, and it's donated by one of their partner vets. And the vet we use does not partner with them for that, mostly because they are ready. They just had some turnover with a couple of their vets, and so they don't have as many people there working. But so we're going to go to this place, get his initial appointment, and they're going to send all the records to our regular vet. So, Odin at vet. Jesse's going to take him, I think, though, not me, because that's the life I'm living. And then, what else on Wednesday? I'm walking Layla in the morning, and then Wednesday, exciting. Wednesday is my first pottery class. I am so excited. I am doing a pottery class for, I want to say 6 weeks through the Parks and Rec here. And I'm very excited about it because I just want to see if I like it. Part of me thinks I'm going to hate it because I hate getting shit on my hands. So I have no idea if I'm going to be able to handle this. And part of me also thinks that, like, you know, there's a part of me that wonders how I'm going to actually enjoy this. But on the same note, it's a hand building class. It is not like a wheel throwing class. So it's like slab pottery. And I spend so much money on these ceramic palettes that I love. I would if I can just come out of this fucking class having made one for myself, then I will feel like it was worth it. Even if I hate it, even if I don't do it ever again, I'll feel good that I will have made one. Yeah, see, Sylvan Clay Works. I've got her palettes too. And then I also just got this one from Rose Grown, which is another one of my favorites. I have that beautiful vase that I have to remind me that my kidney belly is beautiful, but I wanted a mug. And every time she lists her mugs, they disappear like that. They just go for sale. And she put out this collection with proceeds going to abortion funds. And I happened to be online right when she released it, and I managed to snag this mug. I haven't even drank out of it yet. I'm just very excited for it. So, but that's not what I'm going to be trying to make. I'm going to be trying to make a palette. Pottery class. And now all I can think about is, what is it? My big fat Greek wedding. How you doing, Mr. Pottery class? No, don't worry. I am not dating. What's that guy's name? The fucking guy from my big fat Greek wedding. I think I'm pretty sure he was in Sex and the City, but I've never seen Sex and the City, so I actually don't know. John something? Not John Cena, but that's what my brain keeps going to. Not John Cena. John Corbett? Question mark? Yeah, John Corbett. I'm not dating him, I promise. Whoops. Kelly, these are from Krissyanne Designs. You just buy the whole kit, or you can buy individual sheets of the kit. Thank you, Heather. He was in my parents love Northern Exposure. Oh my God. loved Northern Exposure for one very specific reason. Northern Exposure was on Mondays, I think. And I, as a kid and as a teenager, watched too many horror movies. I still do, but I would get really creeped out when my parents, there were so many times when they would go to bed right after we went to bed because they worked early. So they would go to bed early. And so I would get into bed and then say goodnight. Are you rolling off of me? Oh my God, buddy. There you go. Oh, he was sleeping and I felt him rolling off of my knees. I saved him. I saved you, little man. Anyway, so my parents would go to bed right after they tucked us in. And I would lay there and I couldn't sleep because I was so scared of being in the dark with nobody else awake. Like if somebody came to murder my family, nobody would be awake to stop them, right? Except on Monday nights. So I'll finish this in a second. I have a Layla walk. RJ has a dentist appointment. I have a nail appointment, which these are, you can't see it as much because of the color of these, but they are already so grown out. And then it's trash day, but they're also picking up recycling. So I need the reminder of that. So Monday nights, I was not scared to go to sleep because my parents would stay up late watching Northern Exposure. So I have this very strong memory of being like a middle schooler and loving Monday nights because I knew that if I was about to fall asleep, they would still be awake. And then I need to put in here, probably on my weekly list, that I need to figure out how to get our yard waste picked up because we have a shit ton of it. It's all on the side of the yard. And we just need to have it gotten rid of, and I got to figure out, do we do it through our waste management company? I don't know. So, got to figure it out. Nice, Ro. Okay, so trash and recycling, and then Layla. Yeah, Northern Exposure was one of my parents' shows. I didn't really watch it. When I was a kid, all the shows I remember watching, like the hour-long programs, you know, not the sitcoms, not the 30-minute shows, but the hour-long shows. What did I watch? I watched the shit out of the X-Files. We actually started watching the X-Files when it premiered. Like we were a Fox family. I was telling Jesse there was an entire chunk of my childhood where every Sunday night, I don't know how many of you remember this with Fox, but like every Sunday night, I don't remember what order it was, but it was Married with Children and The Simpsons and then In Living Color. And it was every Sunday night. And we would watch those together. Married with Children, The Simpsons, and In Living Color. In some order. I'm pretty sure In Living Color was last. Dude, okay, so I was at IKEA the other day. Specifically, what was I getting there? Oh, I was getting the frame for the print that Layla stepped on. And, no, I'm still not bitter about that. Not at all. Okay, RJ has a dentist appointment. Apparently IKEA has these like little beds and hidey holes that you can get that, you know, they're like square furniture, like the calyx system with the squares. They fit in the squares, so you can create like a cat mansion out of a calyx thing. But here's the thing. Target currently, at least they had it at my Target. Target has those same square, the 13 by 13 inch squares, which is the same size as the IKEA calyx, in a couple of new finishes that they just released with their new, I think it's Bright Room. I'm not sponsored, trust. But they have those new ones on sale, and the 6 cube ones, so 3 by 2, are only like $37. They're half off right now because they just released them. I think I'm gonna go get one of those because we got rid of all of our square calyx things because we didn't have room on the truck, and so we gave them away to people. We have one in RJ's room, but he uses that. So we're gonna get one for our bedroom to go under the TV because we've been wanting a piece of furniture under there. And we're gonna get some of those IKEA little cubbies and make a cat palace for both of the cats up there. Your parents hated Married with Children? My parents fucking loved it. My parents, I think, saw way more of themselves in Married with Children than they would like to admit to. Oh my God. Oh, your parents weren't Fox people at all? Dude, I was so into Fox. It wasn't not Fox News, but like the Fox, like for us it was Fox 40, but like there was the Sunday night stuff, but then there was also the Fox Kids Club in the afternoon with Animaniacs and the Batman the Animated Series. Oh my God. And X-Men. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Okay, Friday. What's going on? I don't think I'll be able to grocery shop on Friday because I got a lot of shit going on Friday. And I think Jesse's going to the office that day. So I'm pretty sure I'm on my own for most of it. Yeah. Remember when Fox wasn't even counted as like a real network yet? Like they only had certain kinds of entertainment is not the word I'm looking for. Certain shows. Like most of it was syndication. They only had a handful of like original programming. Yeah. But no, Fox Kids Club was the fucking jam. The way we did it when I was growing up was that we would go with the Fox Kids Club first, and we would watch Animaniacs and Tiny Toons when Tiny Toons was still on, because Tiny Toons and Animaniacs are the fucking jam. And then Batman the Animated Series, especially when it was the older animation. When it went to the newer, more stylized animation, I didn't like it as much. I liked it when it was the older animation. And then and X-Men, if it was on, we would watch that. And then after we were done with the Fox Kids Club, we would switch over to PBS so that we could catch Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? With Rockapella. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Do 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 do. Yep. My first love of acapella was a combination of Rockapella and getting to wear all of the sequiny, glittery bullshit that my grandma wore for her Sweet Adeline's concerts. Because my grandma did Sweet Adeline's for years and years and was involved in several like small ensembles, and they always had the cheesiest outfits. And my cousins and I and my sisters, we would go spend the night at my grandma's and we would wear them. Yeah. All right. So what we got? I have Layla's walk at 10. I have to take Layla in for a nail appointment to get her nails clipped at 11. Taking Sunny to the bank to get a bank account at 12:30. Then we're going to go get lunch, I think. And then I have to walk Layla again later that afternoon. So, yeah. Do-do-do-do-do-do. 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 Do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. I'm going to have that like X-Men theme music in my head for the rest of my life. And then the Layla nail appointment. Because currently it is just easier to get her nails clipped than it is to deal with them right now. And then Sunny has their appointment at the bank, which I am taking them to and probably have to join them because I don't know if they have enough identification. They're 18 now, but they don't have like bills and shit in their name yet. Although our hope is what we were hoping to do is to set up Sunny to pay one of our bills. Like we will pay it, but have Sunny handle the actual, like start helping them build credit. That's the hope, at least. It's one of the things we're going to work on once they get their bank account set up. Yeah, we only had those channels too, Allison. And then when they added on the WB, but it was before it was the WB. I think it was when it was UPN or something like that. Bill Nye, the science guy. Hi, baby man. He is like asleep on me. Oh, sweet lad. Sunny bank account. Yeah, we only had broadcast TV. My parents had cable for a very brief moment. And it was when I don't know for sure. But I don't know for sure, but I am somewhat positive that it was one of two things. It was either they were stealing cable or they got like a free trial, but then had to give it up. So we had it for a very brief moment. I can't imagine they even got a free trial. Like, they couldn't get bank accounts because of how bad they were, like, with bouncing checks and shit. And like, we were persona non grata in like all of the video stores in town. My parents would get a video store card and then they wouldn't return shit eventually until my sisters and I finally, when they opened up a Blockbuster in town, my sisters and I harassed my dad to get a Blockbuster account, but then to give us the card and let us be in charge of renting videos and returning them, because we were like, we'll take care of it. You guys are just going to get banned like you were from everywhere else. And then once, oh my God, my sisters will hate me for saying this, but once we did get a handle on it, we would ride our bikes completely across town to go to Blockbuster. And if we knew we were going to get to go that day, my sister and I would start singing Blockbuster video. Yeah, yeah. We do like our little Blockbuster dance. Anyway. Yeah, they're going to get it in their birth name because they haven't changed their name yet. So they're going to just have to. It just means they're going to have to change everything once they change their name, which will be a pain in the ass, but they want to get their bank accounts so that they have it ready for this summer when they're traveling. As bank 12:30. And then lunch date. Yeah, so we had a like brief shiny moment that was cable, and all I remember from that time period is that we watched the shit out of David the Gnome on Nickelodeon, and then we watched Double Dare. Those were the two things that we watched the shit out of when the brief moment we had cable. Although I will say my sisters and I were obsessed for the longest time with American Gladiator just because we wanted to recreate that at our house to the horror of my parents. Am I at the point where if a cat is asleep on you, I won't wake them up? Yes, unless I have to pee. Because there is no stopping me. Don't stop me now. No. Okay, and then I'm going to do another Layla walk. We'll say 2:30. I mean, it's loose. When I put these Layla walks in, it is loose because, like, as long as it's a walk around that time. But as you can see, I don't think I'm going to be getting to my grocery shopping that day, so I'll probably try and do it on Saturday or Sunday. All right, so for the weekend, maybe I'll just say I'm going to grocery shop on the weekend on Saturday because I literally have nothing on my list for Saturday except for wash sheets. So maybe we might try in the farmer's market again. We did take Layla. She did really well. So maybe I'll put that on there and we just plan. Although part of the thing is that I really want to, I have a lot of shit to do around the house. And when we go to the farmer's market, it's like a full day experience. And so maybe what I want to do is just put this list in. No, we'll put this here for my streams. I am not a cat person. As I say, as I've got a completely sleepy man. I will transfer him to the desk in just a minute when I wrap this up. And I'm just going to put this tidy up sticker on Sunday morning with a Steve for the hell of it. Because with that, how busy Friday is, I'm not going to have a lot of time to do anything around the house. So I'm going to show I'm going to need it. And then so what I will just plan to do on Saturday is shit around the house. So what I will do is I will use this checklist here. No, I will use this checklist after I put wash sheets, because wash sheets does not go on the checklist. Wash sheets belongs on its own line, because washing my sheets, Jesse even knows. Last night, I went and I made the bed, and Jess was really tired and he wanted to go up there and take a nap. And so he was sitting there waiting for me to finish making the bed because he was keeping Layla. I was just wrapping it up. And so he was sitting there and he was like, I was like, what do you plan to do when you get on the bed? And he was like, well, I'm just going to get under, I'm going to flip the blankets back and then I'm going to lay down. That way I won't mess up your bed. And I'm like, you know, that's not how this goes. You know that when I make the bed, I wash the sheets, I make the bed. You cannot get into the bed until I have the chance to get in and experience the clean sheets first. That is the price you must pay for me taking care of the bed, is I get that moment. I look forward to it all week. And he was like, yeah. So he lay on the bed underneath like a throw blanket and didn't mess the bed up. And I was like, and I was getting to bed. He's like, okay, I'm just waiting for you to get into bed. Now I'm going to get into bed. And I was like, did you get your moment? And I'm like, yes. I'm like, don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with my sheets. Don't fuck with me and my sheets washing routine. I may not, as people have like morning routines and evening routines and all that, my only routine that I give that much of a shit about is my washing my sheets routine. And really, it's just about being the one who gets to experience the clean sheets first. A cat person. There we go. All right, so I think this is going to be all I'm going to put in for this week. I already actually set this up with my dinner plan for the week. This is what I've been doing lately, is putting my meal plan on the weekly reflections page. See, ordered the print, but Layla wrecked the print. And so I'll show you my personal is the one with all the stuff this week for the most part. Reorder my print. God damn it. Anyway, so there is my week. And before we get going here, I will see if I can transfer a kitty. And then I'll also mention that the next pet experience this house is going to have, I'm pretty sure, is going to be after we get back from our vacation in August. And that is going to be potentially an aquarium down here in the basement. I'm working on it. If you have ever kept a tropical freshwater aquarium before, I would love your tips in the comments. But in the meantime, here's a kitty man. Oh, he's like, fuck, dude, what'd you do to me? What'd you do to me? Look at that kitty belly. He's still got the little blue mark on there from when he got, is it spayed or neutered with boys? I can't remember which one is which. Which one is spayed, which one is neutered? Because he's had it. It's done. But like his jubblies don't work anymore. I don't remember what the name of the procedure is. Oh, hi, buddy. Here you go, sir. Come on, you can sleep. It's fine. I just want them to see your face. Neuter. Thank you. Here, we bring the mic down so you can hear him purr. Whoops. Do you hear him purring? I got the mic down there. Oh, God. That's a good tip. And I'm not even going to try and set it up. Thanks, Katie. Tip is to look for cracks in the aquarium. Yeah, I don't even plan to try and start working on it until after we get back from Bend. This is my little man, though. This is Odin. Odin, the Allfather. Carlos, Cheeto, Guentert-Baldo. He's such a kitty. He's such a good boy. And here, for perspective, Here's my palette knife for a perspective on how big this kitty is. He's not very big at all. Ooh, cat purr as like a white noise machine. Oh, that would be nice. You gonna lick my... Do you like it? You have little drools on it. Little drools. You licking it? Chewing on it. That's gross, dude. I used to have my washi tape. Anyway. All right, I'm going to get going. Thank you so